Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. Apologies on that. And today I'm very excited to be checking out the 54th most popular project in all of games, that is All-Time Wrestling Extreme Edition. Can you survive the barbed wire exploding death match? ATW goes extreme with a standalone expansion. Let's go, Sean. And Sean suggested this one. He brought it to my attention. I'm a huge wrestling fan, so if I see RVD, Sabu, and Raven on the front cover, I immediately get ECW vibes, and I do want to check this out. So, what does that say? I think it's 15 to 20 minutes, 2 players, ages 14 plus. Okay, smaller, like a filler weight card game for 2 people. Cool. Looking at the main image, I'd like to see a little bit more, but I do think they got the gist across that, they have 3 big wrestler licenses here. Maybe zoom in a bit more. Artwork is needs Norman Smiley. That needs to be an expansion right there. That's a stretch goal for sure. But this has already raised $33,000 since they got 16 days left to go. And it's from Abu Dhabi. That's not a country we typically see on Kickstarter. So what's up, Abu Dhabi? Featuring RVD, Raven, and Sabu. I see that as always when we go into the video. I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Tom Bassel.
They paid for
I'm
this.
Z Garcia.
I'm Mohammed.
Small box.
This game.
So that is one thing that I do want to mention that I like from the marquee. They mentioned the fact that this was a standalone game, a standalone sequel. So I do like that, or expansion.
Does give you that wrestling feel, and I do love how the momentum shifts, how you feel that tug of war, that back and forth, really some fun combos to be had as well.
My personal score for All-Time Wrestling is going to be a 8 out of 10. I have a great time with it. And 8 out of 10, that's actually the highest score I've ever given to an upcoming Kickstarter game. So, yeah. Mad applause for this.
So can you do it? I feel good. I saw.
Because there's some like chapter type stuff you can do, like some campaign looking stuff. There's solo, there's tag team, there's a lot of different things you can do with the expansion.
So immediately I look at the marquee and I say, well, why not just mention that there? It plays solo. It has a campaign. That's all good stuff.
Oh, that's exciting.
Plus more characters, of
that's
course.
exciting.
Loving the retro style art. I think it's going to be very hit or miss for some people. I think some people, I think there's going to be a camp that says this looks, it doesn't look great. And then there's going to be people who are like, yeah, it's fine.
Could you imagine
I will say though, yeah, I'll leave it at that.
tag team in this? Would be great. Just 2-on-2?
2-on-2 would be freaking amazing.
I love the theme so much.
This was a lot of fun. I did about exactly as I expected I would do. So, but I like to think the next time I'm coming at it with 100% fire.
So it's like you're going to have asymmetric wrestlers. Obviously, that's probably what you want here. We got the tug of war meter right there. Love that mechanisms. Reminds me of the old school new wrestling game box art. I agree.
I think this is a great game. I wouldn't be talking about it unless I thought it was really cool myself. I reached out to them when I saw this artwork and I saw what was going on. I said, this looks cool.
Seeing all the art on the cards really sells the hilarious vibes of professional wrestlers beating the absolute crap out of each other. But then on top of that, the theme meets the gameplay super well. All the mechanics set the tone and pacing of a wrestling match almost perfectly.
That's the highest score we've ever given to an upcoming Kickstarter game. That is hype as heck.
Thought it was an 8 out of 10. Now it's up to a 9 out of 10.
This is All-Time Wrestling. This is where legends collide. This is where your destiny awaits.
Okay. It says 2 players. If it goes solo, I'd mention 1 as well. I'd mention 1 and 2. So after the video, do I want it? Yeah. I'm interested. Definitely am. I'd love to see a price. But yeah, that's what I got. So, Cation Arts, we pride ourselves in making games people love to play. Publisher of games including All-Time Wrestling, One Earth and Conquer, Final Conquest. So they have Meeple on board and Jalop. Always red flag whenever I see Jalop. Hopefully they didn't let them touch their story because they're not the best at it. But The fact is, Can You Do It? I feel comfortable because they already have the original all-time wrestling game out. Now, I'm wondering if all those videos were from Kickstarter content of the original all-time wrestling, because it looked like that. It's hard to be sure, but yeah. Anyway, let's make sure people got their stuff. ATW Extreme, fun in 90 minutes. ATW Extreme is live, and we have 0 comments on these. So yeah, it looks like, because here's the bottom line. If people didn't get their stuff and people were mad, people would be mentioning it right there in the updates. So most likely, Can You Do It? Yeah, I feel totally good. Quick comment, I was doing a component check of the Aeon's rule booklet, indicate the contents include 7 win-loss tokens, yada yada, 3 months ago, and they responded to it 3 months ago. Cool. Looks good. Can you do it? Yes. Do I want it? Yeah, I'm there. I feel like I need that price. Hopefully there's a pledge level where I get this and the original game, but let's go. Especially as a wrestling fan, yeah, I'm intrigued. Standalone expansion Extreme Edition featuring RVD, Sabu, and Damon, along with a new match mode, barbed wire, exploding deathmatch, a new Dawn alternate card set that adds more abilities, attack cards, gimmicks, and endless customization to your ATW Legends. Cool. Meet the wrestlers. RVD, Raven, Damon, Anarchist wants to watch the world burn, Sabu, new to ATW, all-time wrestling, where legends collide. It's a fast-paced wrestling game for 2 players. Note, solo and 4 players are enabled through different add-ons, so I do like mentioning that. Whoa, it's got Randy Savage, British Bulldog, Andre the Giant, Kurt Angle. I thought I saw Kurt in there. So we have the retail edition, and then the all or nothing, includes a total of 8 wrestlers. So I'm getting vibes like, what is it, Dice Thrones a little bit, but with wrestlers, and I'm totally cool with that. Woo, Kurt Angle!
Finally here.
It's true. Oh, it's damn true.
A full playable campaign with some amazing storylines. Make sure you grab your Kickstarter exclusive copies today.
Okay. Anytime I see Kurt Angle, I love Kurt. This is the highest score we've given to the upcoming. Yeah, that's from the video. Plenty of decisions in every single card drop. Do like that. Oh my gosh, that's a different person. I feel like I apologize. Sorry. God. Jesus, I'm an asshole. If you like wrestling and board games, this is a no-brainer. Go get a copy right now. God, that's just you hate when you do stuff like that, so total apologies there. Because I thought it was odd that they went from an 8 to a 9. That's because it was a different person. Ooh, all-time wrestling is a ton of fun. I really greatly enjoy this game. If you're not a wrestling fan, this should be something you should definitely check out. Are you kidding me? Kurt Angle. Hell yeah. Card-fueled SmackDown. It's also that it looked like they had like a similar, like the shut up and sit down sort of setup. Which, you know, it is what it is. I like that setup personally. 34 backers. All backers new and returning. So this is to get the standalone game, the 2-player game. $34. Very reasonable. What are we getting card-wise? 2-player game featuring 4 hardcore warriors, 2 double recessed health and stamina boards, 4 player boards, 61 unique attack cards, 1 exploding thing, 28 weapons cards. Okay. It looks like what I'd expect to pay for a game of about this size. It doesn't look like it's a great price, but it doesn't look like it's a terrible price. And also, this game, this one, you're not up against like the retail gun of like worrying that, you know, you're going to find it cheaper at Amazon, or not at Amazon, but like Barnes & Noble or something. So $14. Backers the original campaign, or if you're new to ATW and back the retail edition. Okay. 40 personas. So this is very clean and clear. I will say, I really like how they did this here. Dibs on Andre. Man, Andre the Giant is such a fascinating person to learn about. ATW Retail Edition. 2-player game features. This is like, okay, cool. So this is if you want to just dip your toes in there without getting the expansion. And then this is the Returning Backers Deluxe Bundle. So you get sleeves, Extreme Edition playmat, and then the new Backers Deluxe. So I will say, the pledge area is very clean as to which one I should buy. So I do appreciate that. 120 out the door. We're getting the base game, the standalone expansion, the expansion that adds more wrestlers, fancy playmat, 140 card sleeves, and then, ooh, $1,000 become a wrestler so you can go up against Kurt Warner. Not Kurt Warner, Kurt Warner. Yeah, you go up against... I want a Kurt Warner card. I want Kurt Warner to purchase that pledge level. Famous quarterback, by the way, if you're not a football fan. Retail backers, 12 extreme editions, 50% advance payment. Oh, okay, so you pay now, pay the rest later. Cool. Add-ons. Missed our previous campaigns, interested in solo play. For a new campaign, get your hands on the solo play pack. So I don't like the fact that this isn't the all-in. Or this one has the ultimate solo experience, all or nothing, which is in the big one. Okay. Take backsies. No, it's not. No, it's not. Interesting. That's a little wonky. Okay, so $10 gets you the solo, or you could just pay $105 to get an 8-hour replayable campaign featuring hundreds of potential. So this is like its own separate expansion. How to play? Is it? Is it not? I'm so confused. So 105 for the all or nothing. So that seems like a lot. That seems like a lot for just this box. What's in this box? Like that's more than the all-in, right? So let's check out the pledge levels now. Let's see how they're going. The extreme print and play, we got $18, $34 here. We got $24. So new backers. Oh, this is a retail edition. Cool. Getting 12. That's not a bad number. Returning backers plus the extreme new Dawn. So this is if you bought it at retail. So either way, I know quite clearly, and then I imagine this one. No, probably I imagine that this one right here is going to be the most prevalent one. $119 based on how I see people shop on Kickstarter all the time. And then here it is, $89. Returning backers are 27 returning. The extreme retailer pledge. There's so many pledges here. The new backer deluxe bundle. Is this it? Yeah. So it's weird you put it at 119 when it's actually 120. Nitpick, but still, it's odd. They just added 2 new pledges to have that all or nothing. And that's so odd to me. And I wonder if it's like and here's the thing, it's not a limited pledge. Like, I would understand if it was limited. It's like, oh, we got, 226 copies of this in the back. So we can only sell, a certain number of them. But otherwise, you got to know people are going to want the solo right from the jump. That's interesting. New Backer Deluxe Bundle, it's only $34. The New Backer Solo and Campaign Bundle. Okay, here we go. God, there's so many pledge levels here. So, and then here's the signed Prototype Plus Deluxe Edition, which we didn't even mention anywhere, but it's like, okay, 2 backers. Then we have the New Backer Platinum, get everything. So this is the Deluxe, but with everything. 6. And then we have the Become a Legend ATW Creator Wrestler, very cool. 1 person took it. Returning Backer Deluxe. There's so much pledge levels here. I feel like this could have been streamlined so well. Whew, okay. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in there. Get your hands on it. So so now I just want a gameplay video, ideally, Download the 2-player mode rules. You mean the rule book? Try it, print and play. This is a preview. See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I was worried about in the video. They all felt like previews instead of reviews after they'd been released. And why would, that's an odd choice. So watch the Dice Tower, play the game. So once again, this is a playthrough, and I imagine this was part of the Kickstarter campaign. So yeah, they probably paid for this, I'm assuming, which it's not a bad thing. That's a good thing to pay for, potentially, if it moves the needle. And having a gameplay video, I do believe, is super important. But it's just, where's the reviews? Like the after-the-fact reviews. The comment section was a lot of confusion about how to get the all or nothing until they added these. Yeah, that should be like just the no-brainer all-in, like real all-in. The Van Terminator. Oh, I want to see it. Zoom in on that. I want to see that. 8500 special encounter card. Cool. I don't know what this is. Neato. Double recess momentum board. Cool. So inlaid board. Extreme solo campaign cards. Yeah, absolutely want that. Play against Raven, play against Sabu. Double recessed exploding barbed wire deathmatch card. Because, yeah, that's the big thing for this campaign. And these are all hit, by the way. So I put these higher, honestly. These help me, help move the price a little bit. Staple gun, new art to replace the punch card. So it was generic, and now it's a guy who's definitely not Stone Cold Steve Austin. New art for Sato back suplex. Matt Cardona signed for our next expansion. Ooh, Matt Cardona. So Matt Cardona, if you don't know, is like the biggest indie wrestler out there that's like not AEW. I think he dabbles in Impact maybe. I don't know. 29,000 Northern Lights suplex. It's an attack card. Okay. 400 backers or 33,000. Andre the Giant Chapter 1 mini campaign. Wow. Can be played without the all or nothing box. That's hot. That's okay. Cool. 600 backers of 39K. Matt Cardona as part of the Extreme Edition. Now that's a banger. That's a banger right there. Because once again, that's a lot of extra components you're getting, right? That's like a board. That's cards. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because they've never get like their own board. Social stretch goals, Facebook shares on our post launching this campaign, stop sign weapon, and then the shipping. So we got 9, 14, and then deluxe, but there's way more than three pledges. There's like 12. And that's not even exaggerating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, how close did I get? 11? Dang, I got 11. And then we have the early birds, which I'm not counting because that would throw off my numbers to 13, which would still put me within 1. Either way, it definitely felt like it's... So what is the most popular pledge level? 68, 6, 2, 9, 34. Is it the 68, 1, 27, 38, 84? It's this one. Returning backers, extreme, plus the new dawn, which tells me that we're not necessarily bringing in as many new people as we potentially want, because ideally the most popular pledge level would be the original game plus this expansion, presumably plus the solo expansion. But oh man, why back now? We delivered our last campaign. We delivered 2 months ahead of schedule and on cost. Wow, that's a great thing to spotlight. Early access and exclusivity. We delivered to our backers a full 3 months before the product was released to market. Many of these products were only sold here. We care. We pride ourselves in listening to backers. Sabu, Extreme. So this is previews. Showing me the cards. Preview, whatever. Yeah, you already had shipping. So check out the FAQ, updates, comments. Give this one a grade. I love how these are backers or funds. I do as well, because a lot of times when you go the backer route, you just get stuck. And you can do that with funds as well, but at least this time you got 2 potential things that could hit and get people excited about your campaign. Matt Cordona joins All Time Wrestling thanks to your support. This was just today. Holy crap, this is a big deal. This is a big deal right here. Thanks to your amazing support, we've reached 300 backers. We're thrilled to announce that Matt Cordona has just joined the All Time Wrestling roster. He'll be featured in a future edition of the game, but with your help, we can raise an additional $6K and ensure he appears in the Extreme Edition. Please help us spread the word and encourage your fellow wrestling fans to back the... And here's the bottom line. If they can tap into Matt Cordona fans right there, I have a feeling that this can get done. He's got a very fervent and loyal fan base. Because I don't feel like I'm being, hyperbolic at all by saying he is the hottest indie wrestler of all time. And you can even take away these weird air quotes I use. I shared it out to 20 wrestling affiliate fans group, totaling 211 visibility reach. Not sure what the CPR is going to be, because cool. So they got their fans coming in there helping out. 9 updates. Let's see what the most popular one is. 6, 5, 2, 25. Yes. And yep, they asked a question. And the question was actually visible in there too. Let us know your suggestions plus stretch goals. More content for the solo campaign. I'm a big solo player. More wrestlers, real or not. Weapons, handicap. Yeah, agree totally. A Royal Rumble-like match mode that is a special throw of the top rope mechanic for up to 6 players. Yeah, there is just unlimited potential to grow with this idea. And it looks like a really cool game. So, check out the comments. Give this one a grade. So, we got great customer service here. Love seeing that. Great. Final grade for this one. Do I want it? Yeah, I do. You know, it's a 2-player, 15 to 20 minute wrestling game. It's $40, which doesn't seem like a great price. Doesn't seem like a terrible price. But when you factor in the size of their print run, this seems like a true Kickstarter project. You know what I mean? This doesn't seem like one where there's 12 other wrestlers waiting to be announced, and they're just like, oh crap, we got to throw Matt Cordona on. No, that's not what this feels like. This feels like an actual Kickstarter, which is refreshing because not a lot of them do. So $43 in and out the door if you're the returning person, pretty much. It seems Kickstarter reasonable. So do I want it? Yes. How much is it? Reasonable. Can you do it? Yes, you've already done it before. So I feel like we're cruising towards a good grade. So I'm trying to think of what things about this campaign really stand out to me. And they have the wrestling. They have the wrestlers. I'd love to see if Matt Cordona could be featured on here as well, especially since you got him for the next one, I guess. So that's a little bit different. The pledge area, I think that it's just there's nothing you can do about it either. Like, there's the big thing with the pledge area. Once anyone backs a pledge level, it is locked in place. So it's just going to be a confusing and cluttered mess a little bit. But overall, I still think this is rock solid. I'm going to go with I think a B-. It's like 3 B- in a row. I definitely think a little bit more organization could bump this one up. But at the end of the day, this is the kind of project that I love to see on Kickstarter. It looks like this game would 100% not exist if it wasn't for Kickstarter. And this is the second time they've done it. So big ups, Abu Dhabi. Sadly, a C-. No FAQs, confusing pledges. Would love to be more previews of the cards and stuff in this expansion. Not the previous. Ooh, Sean, yeah, you're right. You're right. I do have to go back to what I said at the very beginning, which was every single second of that video felt like content from a preview as opposed to a review. And that's fine if all the previews are of the new stuff, but these are all previews of the old stuff. And so that makes me wonder. Yeah, Sean brought up a really good point there, because once again, this is for a completely different standalone expansion. Let's check out the rating on this one. I'm just curious. All-time wrestling, because I can see this one having a rough rule booklet. I hope that's not the case. So sitting around 10,000. That's more miss than hit. Also, at 15 to 60 minutes, I thought it was 15 to 20 minutes. So that's interesting. Is it that different? So we got the preview, how to play, solo match. All-Time Wrestling Extreme is live. Difference in version. Interesting. Yeah, because this is the original game. Maybe it just came out. Like, how long ago did they ship this? Let's check this one. Let's check out the comments to make sure people got their stuff on the original one. Because they did. Either way. Oh, man. If you go to the YouTube, they have stuff on this one on YouTube. Go to Code and Art. So there is more information if you want to find it. There was no rule booklet for the new one, too. That's a little bit concerning, and I'm wondering why it went from 15 to 60 to 15 to 20. This looks like a decent rule booklet. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the C+. You know what? I'm gonna go with the C+. There's a Kurt Angle half-point bump up there for you, because I love Kurt Angle. And I do feel like, and here's the bottom line. Here's part of the reason why I am gonna go higher than that. I feel like the move to try and get Matt Cardona, to not just say, all right, we're going to stand pat, we're going to hope this thing just keeps creeping up, but actually try and make a big move like that to get more people engaged with the project. Because let's be honest, if you could get the more wrestlers you get into this, the easier it's going to be to sell this, because it's just exciting when you're like, oh, I could play as Sabu versus Matt Cardona versus Kurt Angle versus Andre the Giant. That's really cool. So I'm going to go with the C+ on this one. Let me know in the comments below. It's your final grade for All-Time Wrestling Extreme Edition. And as always, if you enjoy the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. Bye-bye.